you just look back over your life,
Music bed.
you will see moments where you will think, yeah, that has led to this, and this has led to that. And I wouldn't have realized it then, but it really did work out the way it all needed to.
Music bed.
I was 12 years old when I was first diagnosed with a degenerative eye disease. What the prognosis was that I would potentially lose my sight when I was in my 70s or 80s. I was constantly memorizing sunsets and colors, anything to prepare for the day that I may eventually go blind. Fast forward a few more years, and I was having a girls' day out with my best friend and her 2 daughters. And then on our way home that night, we were crossing over the Falmouth Bridge, and we had stopped at a traffic light. And the next thing I know, I hear this massive, what I thought was an explosion, and then that's the next thing I knew, and then I was knocked out. At that point, we had been in a pretty bad accident. It was really the next morning when I got up to go brush my teeth, and I looked in the mirror, and I couldn't see myself. And then I called my husband to come upstairs because I wanted to figure out if I really couldn't see. When I realized I couldn't see him, I said, I can't see you. And that's when we knew for sure that I couldn't see. My conversation with God was actually one of thanksgiving. I mean, I immediately, in that moment, could see all of the dots connecting from the time I was 12 years old. We were hit by a drunk driver from behind who was going 40 miles an hour, had plowed into our van, had not even tried to stop. And the only injury I sustained is that which I had been preparing for my entire life. And God knew it. He prepared me for it. It wasn't for when I was going to be in my 70s. It was when I was in my 40s. And because of all the preparation I had done, which, thanks to him, my life didn't change one bit. James 1:2-4, but it basically says that we need to see challenges and hard times as sheer gifts, because when they come our way, they strengthen us and they show the true colors of what our faith is. As a blind person, it is not easy to be in control all the time. You have to surrender. You have to trust. You have to have faith. You have to rely on others. And because of that, I have been able to grow in my faith. I mean, Jesus and his resurrection is just so powerful in that it means new life. And for me personally, it has meant new life in that I'm not the same person I was. As a visually impaired person, I went skydiving, but as a blind person, 5 years ago, I did an Ironman. I lead a small group. I have been on the prayer team for 4 or 5 years now. I am part of an outreach team that serves breakfast to the homeless. Jesus would have died on that cross for me, even if I were the only person on this planet. It makes me feel so special and so loved. And if I just keep reminding myself of that, then on days that it gets hard, then I know I can make it through anything.
That was the kick, getting your body on.
Yeah, yeah.